Hey folks, John here. Thank you for tuning in and welcome back once again to This World, My Take, where headlines meet real life. Folks, before we get started, I will please ask you to consider being part of this channel. Hit that subscribe button, smash that like, and turn on your notification so that whenever I drop something, you'll be the first to know. And that was going to go a long way to help this platform grow. Thank you. Let's not waste a whole lot of time. Folks, I will say this, man. It is really not all rosy in MAGA world and the Trump administration. Right after AG Pam Bondi came out and made the statement that there's actually no Epstein file clientele list. Everything has gone downwards for the administration and MAGA nation. It has even divided MAGA nation into pieces because there are those in MAGA nation who are crying out foul and they want to see that list. They were promised that list by having some of their, influencers come to the White House, and they had some pages waving and saying, oh, look, we got Epstein file list. And then to turn around the administration and tells us that there's actually, there's actually no Epstein file list. Now, I would say this, it has gotten so bad to the point that some of the past videos of some of the officials in the Trump administration, they are starting to surface, and we are starting to understand the degree and the level of the cover-up and the lies and the lack of accountability and transparency that we are witnessing today. Now, I don't want to talk so much, ladies and gentlemen. There is an interview that the director of FBI, Kash Patel, had a while ago, and he was asked point blank a very, very pertinent question. Who has Jeffrey Epstein's black book? I want you guys to watch this, and then you hear what this man said, and then we will talk about it, and we will see how this man's words are coming back to haunt him. Watch this video. Here's the interview.
Who is currently holding, this is way off the topic, but who has Jeffrey Epstein's
Black Book?
Black Book?
FBI.
But who? There's...
that's under direct control of the director of the FBI. Just like the manifesto from the Nashville school shooting of the Catholic school.
Yeah.
We still haven't seen that, right? It's not the Nashville police or PD saying we don't want this out. The FBI airmailed into that operation and said this is not getting out. Because they do that because this is another government gangster operation. All these local law enforcement communities get funding from the DOJ and FBI for local programs. And if you don't cooperate, you're not getting your $1 million for this, and you're not getting and that's a lot of money to these local districts. That's how they play the game. That's why you don't have a Black Book or the manifesto.
But the Black Book, it's not just sitting. That's Hoover power times 10.
And to me, that's a thing I think President Trump should run on. On day one, roll out the Black Book. And not just that. On day one, roll out all of the text messaging communications we were told were deleted. On day one, play the rest of the video of the pipe bomber. On day, one of the reforms I talk about in government gangsters is you need a central node to be continuously declassifying. This is another thing they do. They overclassify. And I'm telling you, as a former number 2 in the IC, they overclassify 50% of the stuff there to protect the deep state. Oh, no, you can't see that. Nothing to see here. Gina was a master at it, of doing it. And we still haven't seen half of the Russiagate report that we wrote. Still under lock and key.
Well, folks, you guys heard from the director of the FBI himself. So that is the FBI speaking. And they asked him, who has Jeffrey Epstein's black book? Secrets and files and lists and everything. And this man says, without missing a heartbeat, the FBI. No wonder AG Pam Bondi came out and say, after review by the FBI and the AG's office, we are saying that there's actually no Epstein file clientele list. So in other words, this man is actively involved with the cover-up. Now, I don't know about you, But I do believe that there are still people in this beautiful country who actually want to get some kind of accountability and transparency when it comes to whatever the government is doing. It is our government, and we need to know exactly what is happening with the government. And for them to come out and put us in suspense with this BS of a lie when they themselves, I don't know if they forgot that they have been on some platforms making certain statements. I don't know, for example, AG Pam Bondi, did she forget that she was on Fox saying that those lists were on her table? I don't know about Mr. Kash Patel. Did he forget that? He said that the black book is with the FBI, and then this man went further to say that it is kind of like a government gangster move. Yes, if you know what gangsterism means, we do this, we ain't got nothing to say, but just hush and watch. And the other thing that is fascinating that this man is talking about, you can just see the incompetence oozing from this man, from the way he carries himself, from the way he speaks about things. And I'm scared that maybe some of these Trump officials are already selling out secret files to foreign powers. Let me be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, there's no way that these folks will act like this and then come in front of the camera and they lie. There's no way you would tell me that if some of these folks are offered money, ridiculous amounts of money, they will not bend and start selling some of these files. And that is going to hurt the United States of America. This man makes it clear that sometimes they press your hand so that you need to go and do exactly what they want you to do. You need to toe the line. Because if you do not toe the line, they are going to withhold some of the fundings that the federal government is sending to you. Now, I want to say this. If everything boils down to funding and people doing cover-up so that they can get funding, if all of this is all about monetary value, then I think that the conscience of the United States of America is lost. And I think that we need to, go back to where we were. We need to go back and take stock and try to understand how America got to this level where we have these thugs running things in their administration. And so bad to the point that they actually convince themselves that whatever they say in front of the camera, they are being truthful. And they forget totally that in past couple of days, they have made some utterances which will come back to bite them in the ass. Now, I want to end this vlog by asking you, the viewers, do you think that this man has the competence of being the director of the FBI? I want you to let me know down the comment section. And do you think that down the road, we are going to find out the real truth about this whole Jeffrey Epstein's file list and know exactly who is on the list? For me, I believe that whatever goes up definitely must come down. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? This world is complicated and we are going to keep talking about it. Stay blessed, folks.